right? So when we started to do this event this month, we thought of many things. Okay, I mean, of course, one of the topics we can talk is CPF changes. Okay, but that was already discussed in the last webinar. So we thought, since it's coming the end of first quarter, so why not we just talk about some market outlook, okay, some market updates, because I believe after one quarter of 2024, we all want to know what is current situation, right? Especially these are the main market that a lot of people are interested in. US market, of course, still running very well. Okay, China market, okay, actually still quite a good run in the month of February. And Singapore market, of course, still moving sideways, but there are some good dividend play that we can discuss. Okay, and of course, bond market, which is one of the key so-called investment for this year, and also crypto market. Okay, after hitting historical high, what will be the next things that could happen for crypto market? Okay, so this is really free and easy kind of sharing, right? Yeah, so feel free to type your question in the comment. Huh? And of course, I'm Louis here. Together with me, Kelvin is also in our team. And why I invite him, very simple, because he's an expert when it comes to technical analysis. Okay, so later you'll hear from him using chart indicators to share with you what is the current market situation. Okay. Yeah, so this is our so-called background. Okay. Yeah, so both of us are in Philip. Okay. Yeah, so Kelvin actually entered the industry much earlier than me, right? So both of us are in the team now, right? So that's why we can do this as a joint sharing session. Okay, and our team name is called Holistic Wealth Planner. That's why you're watching this live on our Facebook page. Okay, so what you need to do, if you like what we do, all right, like this post, like our Facebook page, all right, share with your friends, okay, because we are going to do this over and over again, okay, to continue to value add to you, okay. So like this post and share with your friend, okay, so that everyone will be benefit from this kind of sharing, okay. So as a team, we actually service more than 280 million in asset. Okay, servicing more than 5,000 over clients. We are no longer just a stockbroker, lah. Okay, so we actually do more than stock and share. Okay, we are financial advisor. Yeah, so this is our team. Okay, currently we have about 25 advisor. All right, we are still expanding. Okay, so there will be more and more people joining us as well. Okay, so we definitely will reach out to wider audience as well. And of course, Philip, we are more than just an advisory firm. Okay, we are a stockbroking firm. We also an advisory firm as well. Right. So we are able to provide more than stock and share. That's why you can see that these are the value-added services that we can provide to you. And of course, one of our advantage is we have this smart park account, which I believe many of you are using our account. You park some cash in the account, you actually get about 3+% return. Of course, the return will change, right? But so far, this year has been moving around 3+%. And there's a promotion, but will be ending by end of this week, lah. Okay, 6% credit return. Okay, so if you want to know this, stay a few days. You can talk to any of us. Okay, your trusted advisor, right? You can talk to them about how to get this 6% credit return for 3 months. Okay, and these are the services that we can provide. Okay, stock and share, option, bonds, unit trust, ETF, insurance. Okay, so we do all these, provides all these services to our client. Okay, and of course, we are broker, so we are not tied to any company, right? So we in a sense we can do more independently, lah. Okay, we don't have to focus on just one product. We actually do comparison and provide the best solution for you. Okay, and you can just go to hwp.sg. Okay, we have our website. Okay, you can browse our services that it can help you to achieve your financial freedom. All right, yeah. So these are our Instagram page. Okay, we actually started Instagram page this year, and also our Facebook page. Okay, yeah. So to kickstart this sharing, right? I think best is we just do a recap on what we shared early this year. Okay, early this year we actually had a market outlook seminar, physical seminar at our Philip Raffles City. Okay, so during the seminar, we actually give a very easy for you to remember kind of market outlook. Okay, and that is this will be the 3-letter character that you need to remember. Okay, and I think until now, our outlook so far are accurate, right? Bonds, okay, that is B. This year definitely is a prime time for bonds. Okay, you want to lock in higher yield when you still can. All right. Having more duration management. Okay, shift your short-term saving, short-term deposit to longer-term holding will be a good idea because interest rate cut is more or less expected to happen this year. Okay, in fact, later on we'll share more about interest rate movement. All right, it's definitely not a smooth trajectory, which we mentioned in the beginning of this year. All right, and there will be a lot of market headline, tell you that a lot of changes along the way. But generally, market and even Fed will still say that this year will be a rate cut year, lah. Right? And of course, C stand for China. Okay, significant discount of China versus US market. High reward to risk ratio. Okay, definitely there's a risk for China market. In fact, the number one risk for investing in China is policy risk, right? So, but it's low enough. That's why the reward to risk ratio is definitely on the higher side. Okay, and the reason for recovery is more on mean reversion in terms of the valuation. Okay, which we'll talk about it later in this sharing. Okay. Yeah, so that is to kickstart the sharing. Okay, and maybe I should invite get Kelvin to share to give you some idea about the technical indicator side. Okay, just to give you some introduction about technical analysis. Then from there we'll talk about the markets. All right. Yeah. So over to you, Kelvin.
All right. Thank you, Louis. Okay, I'm because since this webinar is FATA, right? So it's fundamental plus technical analysis. So I'll just cover the technical analysis a little bit. All right. This is not an advanced thing or anything. Just within about 10 or so minutes, hopefully I'm going to cover what actually we really use on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so 4 powerful candlestick patterns. All right, hopefully you all know a little bit about candlestick, a little bit about charting, technical analysis. So I'm not going super in depth or anything too cheap. So just stay with me, bear with me. Hopefully you pick up something or two that you can actually apply and actually start using it even from tonight. All right, so basically what I see is actually the daily candles on the daily chart. All right, what the candlestick actually can help us do is actually tell us the sentiments of the market, how the market is moving up and down if you analyze the candlestick carefully. Okay, also help us tell a story. All right, and lastly, actually the candlestick help us to have a little bit more fine tuning for our entry point. Okay, so we can see over here, just a very quick one. Okay, let's say you see a candlestick like that, right? This is the opening, right? So you move up, this is a high, and then you start coming down. Right? Okay, these are what they call the wicks. All right. Over here, same thing. If it open and then it close lower, all right, you can see the candlestick it become red. So during the day, it actually travels up and down, move up and down, and finally it close here. If it's lower than the open, we usually it's red in color. All right. Okay, one of the most powerful patterns, or the pattern that I personally like or that I look out for, all right, on the charts is actually what they call the engulfing pattern. Okay, there's the bullish engulfing. All right, it's characterized by a small bearish candle over here. Then after a large bullish candle with a body that engulfs the bearish candle. All right, so as the name suggests, engulf means it actually eats the whole thing. As you can see over here, this bullish candle, a green color candle, actually eats this whole thing, right? It actually covers this whole thing. So this is a very powerful pattern to actually recognize, and when you can start seeing it, all right, I think you can actually start kind of be profitable. All right, so I'm just going to show you a case over here. Okay, a bullish pattern. Just know that wherever you see that also, it's a bit of a textbook, right? Most of the time, it doesn't happen so sweet one. All right, you got to give and take a little bit because the market is also by humans. All right, they won't purposely make it so easily identified. All right, so this is Sembcorp. Okay, just about 2 years back. All right, over here is what they call an engulfing bull. You can see it open here. All right, in close here, it's actually engulfing this whole bearish candle. All right, so you can see with this pattern. All right, doesn't matter if there's any wick here. It's okay so long as it engulfs this whole thing. And you can see you can start trading up. All right, so what I suggest actually when open, all right, throughout the days were actually overcoming all the bears, those sellers, all right, so the buyers came in quite strongly and it can start to push the price up, right? So if you notice from here, short-term movement, if you see this red bar, later I'll go through, but if in your mind you're thinking of the opposite, you're on the right track already. Okay, you all can become experts already. All right, the next thing is actually an engulfing pattern. This is the bearish engulfing, right? So the reverse, okay, it's a small bullish candle over here, and then we got a large bearish candle over here that overtakes this. Okay, so the length of the bearish must be higher than the previous green candle. Okay, you can see from the previous example over here, look at that. It actually engulfs this whole thing. Samco industry just recently, not exactly sure. You see, sometimes the news might not come out. All right, the chart will move ahead of the news. And you can see after that, from 580, it's slammed down all the way close to $5. So if you were to take a trade, this would be quite a very profitable trade. All right. Okay, bearish engulfing. Over here, another example on the HSI. Okay, all these are very recent examples, and this is how actually you can use technical analysis to actually time your entry or have a sharper edge over the market. All right, I usually combine it with what they call trend lines, but tonight might not be the time to learn such things or to discuss such things, but there's a trend line over here. You see, combined with this pattern, all right, you see your rate of success actually increases. So when you see this engulfing bull that engulfs this bullish pattern, all right, almost a bit like textbook, slowly it starts to go down. All right. Okay, then test time. All right. What we all learned so far, can you all spot anything over here, any bullish or bearish engulfing that you all see? Anybody want to take a turn? Can you all see any bullish or any bearish engulfing patterns? All right. If not, this is one. Okay, this is a bearish engulfing. Okay, you can see over here, it engulfs this bull, and you see what happens? It starts to come down. You also hit our trend line at the same time. So if you combine it with a few indicators, all right, if you know how to draw a trend line, this can be very powerful in nature. All right, then over here is another bullish engulfing. All right, engulf this bearish thing, and you see it start to trend up. All right, so that's one of my favorite. Okay, next thing, what they call the one white soldier and one black crow. Okay, this is the opposite of the one white soldier. Okay, second pattern, all right, is a bullish candle that opens above the close of the previous day. Bearish candle, that means open above the close. This is the close, so opens here. Okay, and then it close above the open. So let's say open here. All right, the day it travels down. Okay, over here it opens above the close and it starts to travel up the next day. Okay, you can see it's actually quite a bullish pattern. All right, this is what I look out for again. Okay, another one is the bearish one. It's the opposite. Okay, when say you read a resistance, you can see it opens. Okay, bearish candle that opens below the close of the previous bullish candle. Okay, this is supposed to be green. This is supposed to be red. All right, I think there's a color mixed up. Okay, and then it closed below the previous bullish. Okay, so can you all find the one white soldier over here? Can you all try to find it? Okay, it's around here. Remember, it's not textbook. It won't be so sweet for you to identify. Once again, HSI, and you can see always a bit of the support line. If you can draw a trend line, you can see it's very nicely respecting the trend line. Over here is a bit of the one white soldier. Right, open above. Okay, and then it starts to move up. Right, then after that, you can see it continuously move up. All right. Okay, bullish or bearish Harami. Okay, this is also one of the things that I look out for. It's a little similar to the one white soldier. Okay, it's a small bullish candle for a bullish signal that's contained within the previous day's bearish candle. So whenever you see a red, like big candle, and then you see one green one within this, all right, all your alerts should come out already. Okay, you should start to take note. If you're not sure, or else contact your advisor. Hey, what was this? I see this pattern. I learned something. What do you think? All right, have a discussion. You never know what might happen. Okay, you might spot the next big move. Okay, then after that, the reverse. All right, the bearish, a small bearish candle that's contained within the previous day bullish candle. All right, so long it must be contained within this whole body. Okay, but let I say, it's always textbook. When you apply in the real world, it might differ a little bit. Can we find the bullish Harami here? Can anybody find it? Remember one red bar, after that one green within the red bar. Can anybody find it? Remember, our real world context is a bit different. Whatever you study in the textbook, all right, it looks like this. Okay, now you have to identify it. Okay, this is a little bit more advanced. Okay, you can see that this is slightly bullish. You see within this bearish. All right, you can see sometimes there is a fake breakdown. It doesn't mean every time you see this, wow, means 包价, it's not like your durian like that. You open, wow, 包开 already, okay? There is sometimes there's some trickery going on. All right, this is to flush people, but you are at support. Actually, the price still managed to stay above that support. You are still considered safe. Okay, and then we see in the coming days or coming weeks, it start to move up. Okay, so although this pattern, you also want to wait a bit of a confirmation. You know, everybody like to wait and wait. Okay, so long as it breaks above, I think it's a good go. All right. Okay, bearish. Can anybody find a bearish one? After a full bullish candle, the bearish is within the body. Can you find a full body? All right. If you say it's over here, congrats. Okay, it's over here, a bullish candle. This is a bearish within, and we can see it starts to move down. This yang to jiang. All right. Okay, so you're starting to be quite expert at it already. Okay. All right. This is also one of my favorite. So you only need 4. All right. Although there's a lot of patterns out there, I think it's helping to streamline a little bit. These are the 4 that I personally use. All right. Can be called a bullish hammer. All right. They call a pin bar also. This looks like a pin, right? Or looks like a hammer. Okay. So the hammer, what happens is actually it opens today. It could trade up, then you start to go down all the way. All right. Usually at a support. Okay. Then you start to bounce up. Okay, you can see this wick, the candlestick, the wick is quite long, at least about 2/3. All right, then you start to go up, and actually can kind of close higher. Okay, this signifies strength. This signifies that the bulls are actually taking over. Okay, it can be a green or it can be a red. It doesn't matter. So long as you see something like that, start to take note or notify your advisors. Then we can have a discussion. All right, so smaller upper body, which is this. Okay, lower shadow is always around 2/3. This lower shadow, right? And usually at a support to be valid. Okay, can you all spot the bullish hammer over here? Can you see something long? All right. So this is one. All right. If you draw a horizontal line, that can be a bit of a support. You can see it starts to go up. Okay, this is another one over here. Actually goes down, hits the support around there. Remember, not all the time it's very tune one. All right. Technical analysis is also made by men. All right, men can manipulate it. Okay, to have a fake breakdown or fake breakup. Okay, this is a bullish hammer, and then you can see it starts to move up. Okay, shooting star. All right, this is kind of the opposite. You see this. All right, the high, same thing, open. It moves up all the way on the day, and actually it didn't manage to close above. Then it start to come down. All right, and then after that you can see it close lower. Okay, so either red or green doesn't matter, but you can see this candle above is the opposite. Right, usually hit a resistance or what, you can see that people are starting to sell. Okay, so that's why they call a shooting star. It moves up, it shoots up, then after that it comes down. Okay, so it's usually, at a resistance level. Okay, can you all find any shooting star? Okay, hopefully at the end of the day, you all don't see stars. Well, I see so many charts here and there. Later, you all already at the end of the day see a lot of stars. If you do, well, after this, you're still seeing stars, all right, always contact your advisors. They'll be able to help you through it. Okay, this is quite obvious. It's not very long, the tail, all right, but you can see it's also a bit of rejection over here on the trend line. Okay, it starts to come down. Here is a little bit more obvious. You can see this. Doesn't matter, remember whether it's green or red. Okay, it shoots here and then it starts to come down. Okay, over here also, if you were to do a quick trade, this is also a little hammer, bullish hammer, and then it starts to go up. Okay, so this is contained within the channel. All right, so hopefully I've explained a little bit more, understand a little bit more about technical analysis about candlestick pattern, and hopefully it can help you. Like I said, if you need any help, feel free to always just drop us a message. All right, over to you, Louis. Before after that, I will do the technical analysis and outlook for US side. All right. Louis, you're on mute.
Oh yeah, I forgot to unmute. Okay, so thank you, Kelvin, for quick sharing on technical analysis. Okay, I'm sure after the 10 minutes sharing, you're sure blur one because I also blur. Okay, that's why he's an expert. All right, and it's impossible for her to give you a full course about technical analysis within 10 minutes. Okay, so the key idea is to just to start some sharing and hopefully get some interest about investing, about technical analysis. Then of course you can approach your advisor, and we will share with you more about all the knowledge. All right. Yeah. So now let's go to the first